and I'll be happy to take your questions, anything, whatever you want to ask. Like I said, this is don't please consider this as an advice or anything. This is just life lesson that I learned, that the mountains taught me, that the road taught me, the people outside taught me, that made me the person I am today. So thanks again for watching this presentation. And any questions, ask away.
Thank you so much, Naresh.
Yeah, I don't do.
Really, it is very, very inspiring for me. I guess this will be very inspiring for our students as well, because whatever you have shown in these pictures, you have been running between the continents, and that is where we have just heard about some places called Kyrgyzstan and all these places in Bond movies. I've heard that Siberia is the coldest place, but you have started your journey from your hottest place, from here in the desert, and you cross Siberia, and again you went into the Europe, and
Oh,
the journey
excuse me,
started.
not Siberia. It was Serbia.
Serbia, okay, sorry.
Serbia, yeah. So yeah, it was the temperature fluctuation was when I started in March in Vellore was the highest recorded. It was 42 degrees where I had a heat stroke. I was sleeping under a neem tree until the sun went down. And the coldest was in Turkey when I was stuck in minus 18 degrees. So that was the temperature difference that I went through the entire adventure.
Oh, the life tells us only one thing: we have to keep moving on. So it was a great message from you, which has got delivered, and we have got this message. And
Yeah.
let us go to this question answer part. Guys, you can post your questions in the chat box, and I'll be asking it on behalf of you.
Shweta asked a really good question. What motivated me to raise awareness for human trafficking? Yeah, there is a story behind it. So I was in Nepal when I was climbing some big mountains and I was running some trail runs there. And when I came to Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal, there was a suburb called Tamil where I was there. And then looking at me, with a big backpack and everything, they thought I'm like a big tourist with a lot of money. A guy approached me asking how many girls, which hotel you are staying, and tell me how many girls you want for the night. He also asked how much of alcohol you want, do you want any drugs? But what really shocked me was he said how many girls you want for the night, and if you want really young girl. ஸோ நம்ம எப்படி மார்க்கெட்லாம் போனால் டீனகர்லாம் எல்லாரும் கேட்பாங்களா இது வாங்கிக்கோங்க அது வாங்கிக்கோங்கன்னு வருவாங்க பின்னாடி. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி தான் இங்கே. பட் இங்கே ஒரு பொருள் இல்லை, இங்கே வந்து ஒரு vulnerable life, இங்கே ஒரு உயிரை வந்துட்டு வித்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. And people take a lot of advantage of it. So I saw people being sold as a slave on the streets. And then when you read more and more about it, it was really a shocking. நீங்க கூகுள்ல தேடி பார்க்கலாம் ஹியூமன் டிராஃபிக்கிங் இல்ல ஹியூமன் டிராஃபிக்கிங் இன் பர்சன் ரிப்போர்ட்னு போட்டிங்கன்னா யூ வில் see the statistics, how many people get sold and they are trapped in human trafficking. So that day, that experience was my awakening moment. And yeah, I decided to, because whatever I do, they always think it's really crazy, and it gave me a platform to speak about it. So then I thought, okay, why not raise awareness about the issue and be the voice for people who don't have a voice for themselves. And Freedom Seat was more involving more people, so we all can join together and fight together. So that's the story, Shweta.
Thank you so much, Naresh. And we'll move on to the next question. And next question is from Sadhula Jyotirmay has asked, Sir, at some point you have lost some 13 kgs. And didn't that stop you, sir?
It doesn't. That's what fuels you, right? Like I said, passion, dream, goal. This is purely a passion project. Silk Road Mountain Race. There is a beautiful documentary if you want to watch. Just type Silk Road Mountain Race. You'll see the extremity in doing this race. Less than 30% of the people cross the finish line. And the application process to enter this race was tougher than my engineering project. You have to answer a lot of questions. They look into your resume. What have you accomplished in the past? So they just don't select any random guy. So in spite of choosing the world's best cyclist, out of all the people, less than 30% manage to barely finish the race. So when you prepare and plan and you go there, And you don't want to just give up, you want to find every ounce of energy that is left in your body to move forward. And you need to, like I said, you need to find that something that is going to drive you to cross that finish line. And nothing like crossing that finish line. Once you accomplish it, I slept for nearly 2 weeks straight. All I did was eat and sleep for the next 2 weeks, recovering from the race. So yeah, your passion has to be like so big, it has to be like a fire inside you that you wouldn't care how much weight you lose or how much of sleep you're getting.
Thank you, Naresh. And next question is from Ms. Muthulakshmi. Sir, who was your inspiration and what made you to explore this much, and who motivated and helped you?
Motivation, it always changes. Lot of people I met, I wouldn't say one person, like the guy who I met in Turkey when I was sitting under an abandoned building when it was snowing outside. I didn't know where to go. I thought you guys will ask me a question, but I'll tell you. So in the India to Germany trip, I had a 34 puncture of the in the bicycle, and you have to fix it yourself. And trust me, fixing a puncture when it is minus 15 degrees outside is the toughest thing because you have to take off your gloves, hold the wire wheel, which is all metal. You have to pry it, take it out, put some sticker, and then you have to pump it. What takes any day 5 minutes will take nearly 2 hours. So when I was sitting there crying, this old man, I don't even know who he is. He comes along, speaks in Turkish. I don't understand. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. He just takes me home, gives me a bed to sleep, a towel to take bath, and cooks me a good meal. I don't know who that person is. And you're just wondering when you're sleeping, thinking, who is this guy and why is he doing this? He's not even asking me for any money. You know what? That guy is my motivation and inspiration. He taught me what it is to be nice and kind to be another person, what it is to be a human. And I have some friends in the running communities who win amazing races. They taught me how to push your absolute limits. My parents, who taught me how to work really hard to achieve anything you want. So there are a lot of people that I can keep naming who has been always been my big role models and motivators.
Thank you so much for the answer, Ramesh. And next question is from Mr. Hari.
Uh-huh.
Sir, it is really an inspirational speech from you, and I got inspired. What is working well for you in your current life and career? And what do you find fulfilling, meaningful, enjoyable, and which is important to you?
Um, Several aspects to it. How it's impacting my life, there's no impact. This is a path I chose, and this is one life, and I decide and design how I want to live my life. So I'm going after my life, and at the end of the day, I'm not hurting anyone, and I'm not hurting myself, and I'm doing something that I really love. And so, yeah, this is just a life decision that I chose, and I'm happy about it. And there are a lot of people who are really getting benefited from it. So you really can't say, oh, I have to live by the norms of the society. So don't let others dictate how you need to live your life. If you know what you want to do, just go and do it. And what was the second part to the question?
The second part is like, what do you find which is fulfilling, meaningful, enjoyable, and important as of now?
Uh, I don't know, it again keeps changing. Just know that passion is not something that is, you just have one passion. Passion always changes. Passion all the time changes because you know why? You don't know what you don't know. I'll give you an example. You go to an ice cream shop and all your life you only had vanilla ice cream, right? How will you know what the other ice cream tastes like? Then you eat chocolate, and then you eat like strawberry. Then you're like, oh my god, this is awesome. How did I not eat all this thing? So your passion constantly changes. So experience things, see what you like, what you don't like, and enjoy what you're doing. Just don't do it just for the sake of doing it. A passion you have to be passionate about, and that always changes. So don't be too hard on yourself. Explore, go out and do something, because you know what, You don't know what you don't know. There are so much of things out there, and the only way you can learn is by experiencing that stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Naresh. And next question is from Mr. Vishal. What is your next adventure, sir?
My next adventure, right now, if not for Corona, I should have been in the US cycling from California to Washington, D.C. For the same cause. Freedom Seat USA was my goal, and that plan got pulled over. Again, your dreams will vanish in front of your eyes sometimes because of circumstances, something like Corona, you know. I was supposed to be in an airplane on the 27th of March. My plane was on the, no, 25th of March, and the 23rd of March, the international borders completely closed in India. So it got taken away, but I'm not giving up. Currently, I'm freelancing and doing some work for some software projects. But once all this is over, I'll be back in the States or plan for something else. But at this point, I'm just waiting for things to get better.
Yes, Mr. Naresh. Thank you so much. And I wish you will again reach
Sure,
USA again, once again and you'll complete it.
sure.
And Kidra has asked a question. Hi, sir. What been a common theme in your life? That what's something that people would say about you in each job you have held off whenever you got struck?
Uh, in every job that I held, people always say that I treat everyone kindly and nice in a nice way. It could be the janitor, it could be the lady who comes to clean my office, and also the CEOs of the companies that I work with. I treat everyone the same, with the same amount of respect. At the end of the day, they are also human, right? Everyone is a human out there. So you have to treat them with dignity and respect, no matter who they are, what kind of position they have. Just because they have a little bit more money doesn't make them any better than the person who is just cleaning. So that's what I would say people will tell you if you go and ask at all my workplace. Sorry, what was the other first part of the question?
The first part of the question is
Oh, the common theme in my life.
common theme.
Common theme I would say is you got to leave somewhere to go somewhere. You cannot be just sitting in one place and dreaming about it. Like, you know, Ranjit was telling, right? I want to travel, I want to do this, I want to go here. All of you will have these dreams. But just sitting in the house thinking about all this place, it'll just be a dream. So you have to leave somewhere to go somewhere, which is also the scary part. You have to leave what is comfort to go looking for something that involves a lot of hard work. But you know what? Just you have to leave somewhere to go somewhere. Just do it, whatever it is.
Yes. And next question is hi, sir. I'm Aravind Udaya.
Okay.
What was your parents' opinion when you started planning your life like this? Because most of the middle class parents they don't encourage these kind of expeditions.
It's not about encouragement, right? It's about the fear. Your parents are not your enemy. It's not like they don't want you to do all these things. They're worried about you because that's what parents do. They are always worried and scared about you. And they want to build you a secure life. They want you to have some kind of a security, a life around it, and all that kind of stuff. So, yes, it was difficult in the beginning to explain what I'm doing, but like I said, this is one life and this is your life, and you want to live it the way you want to live it. And also involving your parents and helping them to understand what is your passion really helps them to know that, okay, this is what is making him happy. And he's happy. At the end of the day, what they want from you by asking you to do it or not do it, all they want is they want you to be happy, and they see me how happy I am doing what I'm doing. In fact, my parents surprised me. They came to Pune when I was cycling from Chennai to Germany. They came to Pune as a surprise, and they cycled with me from Pune till Mumbai to show their support with me. So it was amazing support, and they've always been a great support. So convince them, but also go after and live the life that you want to live.
Wonderful one. And these kind of surprises from and the support from the parents is one of the greatest thing. It's actually a gift, actually, to be frank.
Yeah.
Yes. Next one is Abhinaya CS has asked a question.
Uh-huh.
Sir, it was very, very inspirational, and I have a question for you. You were speaking about human trafficking awareness. Can you be brought through many ways? But why did you choose this riding a bicycle for such a long kilometers for the awareness? And what was the output?
Because of the topic, right? Imagine you're walking on the street. There are always people giving the bit notice, right? They're saying, oh, give this money, give this, or there's a very important cause. But you know what happens to that bit notice. You take it, throw it, and throw it away. You don't have to, I don't have to tell you about human trafficking. Just go on Google search for human trafficking. You will see about it. But you need to do something to raise like a big awareness. No one talks about environment, but then Surya and Karthik, the actors, when they come and talk about it, everyone is like, oh, what is going on? Let's talk about environment. All of a sudden they are talking about the environment draft, right, the EIA bill. So you need some kind of attention to bring light to the cause. And this was a perfect way not just to bring awareness. When you tell people that you're cycling from India to Germany, the immediate question, next question is why are you doing this? And I can tell them why I'm doing it. And also this is very creative because there is a big cycle with no one sitting in the back seat, so people can also join me and a ride with me. So that's why I did it with the bicycle.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Naresh. And next question is Mr. Solomon Rajkumar has asked. Simply amazed by your expedition, sir, and I've got inspired. What is your advice or suggestion for people chasing their dreams and passion?
Again, just my presentation, right? It's no advice. You have the potential, whatever you need to follow your passion. Just be resilient, never give up. If you face failure, failure is a part of the journey, so accept it. And failure is something that you don't have control, but being resilient, you have control of it. So constantly get up, pursue your passion, be determined, be willing to make sacrifices. Nothing is going to come to you easily. And yeah, it's just that don't give up attitude, and just follow it passionately because you want this so bad. But be willing to step out of the comfort zone and make the sacrifice. Without making sacrifice, you're not going to get anything. Someone asked, what is the toughest moment you faced throughout your journey? There are a lot of things. Like I said, Australia, getting kicked by a kangaroo in the middle of the night. New Zealand, when your bone breaks, 3,000 kilometers and 2,700 kilometers you've run, the last 300 kilometers you get your leg breaks. Kyrgyzstan, with like 300 kilometers to go, your tire breaks. So those are all the moments that always scares you to death, that your dream is gonna vanish right in front of your eyes. But that's also the same thing that will help you to dig deep, to find that something inside you that will help you to keep going. And how
Yes.
do you raise funds? Ali asked me, how do you raise funds? You use a lot of platforms, online platforms like GoFundMe, Milap, lot of platforms. So once you set it all up, people can use their digital transaction. So I don't take funds or money from people on the way. So I just tell them a story. I tell them why I'm doing. I give a lot of talks along the way, and I give them the website. So they go there. They have an online where it says donate now, where they can go and donate anywhere from 1 rupee to how many ever lakhs you want, and that money will go directly to the charity. So that's how we fundraise. And someone asked a very important question, Lavanya, about your hair. Why do you have long hair? Does it have any special meaning? Um, Very good question, Lavanya. And if you think this is long, this is actually not long. My hair used to be like this long. I recently cut it because I've been in India for 6 months and it's been too hot, but I always keep long hair. You'll see it in all my previous videos and photographs. A couple of things. Long hair really helps to keep your body warm. Like you saw, I go in extreme conditions in the big mountains. So where it's like minus 20 degrees, minus 30 degrees, the long hair kind of retains your body heat, keeps your neck warm. And the beard, this is again my shaved beard. My beard used to be like this big. So beard is like a sweater to your face. So it's like, sorry, girls, you will never know the joy of having a dadi, but the beard is like very nice. It keeps your face warm. So yeah, again, it's because of multiple purpose that it serves that I keep long hair and beard. Can I join you in your adventure? Sure, Manoj. I will be definitely doing a big adventure in India at some point when things settle down. I have a big, big plan, something that no one has ever done in India before. But once that plan gets in motion, I'll definitely let you know. And yeah, start training, and you can come and join me.
Then Rahul has asked a question. Sir, I have noticed some pictures you are wearing the same sandals. Anything behind that, sir?
Sandal is something I really like because it's a very minimal thing. I'm a very minimalist at heart. I don't carry a lot of stuff. Everything is like very lightweight. And sandal is good because I'm on my feet running 100 kilometers per day for so many days. So when you have your feet in your shoes, when rocks or stones get in, when sand, mud gets in, I get blisters. So sandals helps me to not get any blisters, and it also strengthens your feet, and it's also easy to keep it nice and clean. You don't need any socks. So that's one of the reason why I like running, traveling, just wearing sandals.
Yes, next question is from Sneha. Really inspiring session, sir. What is your favorite place on earth to be explored? And where have you never been but you wanted to always?
Where I have never been, a lot of places that I've never been that I want to go. So many places. I've barely scratched the surface. If you think I've traveled the world, I've barely scratched the surface. But you know what? I'm happy the way I've traveled because my travel is very slow and human powered. So I don't know if you can see this, but that's all the countries that I've been to. It's an app called Bin. So I put a map when I go to a country. So you can see the world is so big, but I've traveled, I've done only 13% of the world. So there's still a big chunk that I have to go and see. The most beautiful countries, I wouldn't say one specific country. Every country has its own beauty. Like, India, go to like Uttarakhand and sitting in the Himalayas and watching a sunrise, going to Bhutan, Iran, so many places. But top three countries that I really like, not just because of the beauty, but mainly because of the people. The most nicest, kindest people I've ever encountered in my whole life. Number one is Iran. Number two, Bhutan. And number three would be New Zealand. So these are the top three countries in my books that I really, really love. Not just for the beauty of it, but how amazing the people were, how kind they were. They treated me like their own family, and they restored my faith in humanity. So yeah,
Yeah. So last two questions we have got.
sure,
And
Ranjit. Sorry,
guys, if you,
because I have a hard cut at 12:15. That's the
yeah,
only thing.
no
Yeah,
problem. Just last question.
sure.
Um, yes, we have got a question here. I'm just skipping many questions and asking you.
Sure, sure.
Hi, sir. This is Divya Prabha. Such a wonderful session, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you, sir, for coming and giving your time for us. 3,000 kilometers in sandal in winter. You became the first Indian to run from top to bottom without any supportings. It's a very big thing. And when did you got this idea? And what is the reason behind it?
It's the same thing. That was soon after my New Zealand trip. I love adventures and I love pushing my body limits to see how far I can go. So I ran a marathon. Then I'm like, okay, now what? Then I did a 50 kilometers. Then I'm like, next is what? 100 mile. Then I did a 500-kilometer running race in the US. Until this day, I'm the only international runner who has ever won the race. So I was the winner that year, running 500 kilometers, completely self-supported. So you have to always ask the best from yourself. No one is going to ask that. You have to push your own limits. So that always kept me going. So after this 500, I went straight to 3,000. But the reason behind that whole adventure was the purpose. that fueled my dream, which was my experience in Nepal on the human trafficking thing. So I really want to go and raise a lot of funds by doing this extreme adventure. And we ended up raising nearly for $50,000 in New Zealand dollars. That was like a lot of money, nearly like 40 lakhs or something. That went to a lot of countries in Thailand, India, and Sri Lanka, where a lot of girls were rescued from the brothels. So yeah, it's a combination of a lot of things.
Thank you so much, Naresh. The
Sure.
last 1.5 hours, we didn't know like it has got like 1.5 hours so quickly, and how you ran all these kilometers very quickly. The same time has also went in this time, and by your way of speech, we have also visited all those places, and we have experienced how these places will be and all those things. So thank you so much for your beautiful presentation, and I wish and we wish that we've got almost like 130 people here today witnessing this opportunity, greatest opportunity today. And this 130 people will never forget this inspirational talk. And these kind of talks definitely is going to inspire a lot of people, the future leaders of ISSM. We as MBA students, many students from ISSM, we have definitely got inspired, and they got many struggles, and now they would have got an idea how to overcome all these struggles, and that is how and leader can get an inspiration from another leader. I wish you will have very very great success in all your future endeavors, in all your future projects, and ISSM will also be a part. And definitely you have to visit our campus one day. Thank
Yeah,
you so much for coming,
for sure.
and we'd like to have you in our campus. Yes,
On the chat window, I'm just putting my Instagram.
yeah.
So you may think, so my name is Naresh. People read it as I am Arun R, but it's not I am Arun R. It is I am a runner. That is the Instagram tag. So you can find me there. I know we don't have, sorry, I don't have a time to answer all your questions. I really
No
apologize.
issues. No
But
issues.
find me on Instagram and ask all your questions. That would be a great place to stay in touch. And like I said, this is not just reserved for a very few people. Like, oh, this is all something only people in the magazine and TVs do. Trust me, if a normal guy like me, growing up in very poor conditions in North Chennai suburb, can dream big and go after this and do all this thing, anything is possible. But like I said, what you really need is a purpose, your determination and courage, and just like a big goal. And just don't listen to anyone, no matter what that is. Just go after your dreams. Let that passion burn inside you. It should not let you sleep. When you don't have something, you should be thinking about what can I do. And along the way, be very kind to people, because kindness is the only thing that will help each and every one of us to learn and grow. So that is the very important thing. As much as you go ahead, you need people, and people need you to help each other. So look out for each other, look out after your friends or your relatives, even the people that you see on the street. Be really nice and kind to each other. And again, I know we are all going through some really tough times, but trust me, tough times will not last forever. But tough people like you will always survive, and we'll live that story. So good luck and all the very best for your college life. And maybe, once all this thing is over, if I get invited to your university and if time permits, we'll hopefully meet in your campus, or maybe you can join me in my adventure someday. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me, Sunday morning with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mahesh. Thank you so much for that. And we would like to congratulate you on behalf of our college management, our students, our chairman, sir, our director, ma'am, Dr. Parkavi Mahalingam, and our director, Rahul Ramchandran. On behalf of all the students and faculties, we would love to wish you have a very, very great, successful career, and advance and best wishes for all your future endeavors.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Ranjit. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Yes, guys. I believe that today you all had a very, very great day, and you can even check with this YouTube channel called Freedom Seat in the YouTube channel, where you can visit all his videos and expeditions. And many of our people who have been studying your MBA in ISSM, we have been training you very, very hard towards your communication, your success, your placements, your new job or your new business, and many things we have been helping you out. Same way, what are the struggles which are coming into your life, whatever you're facing, it can be passed away, it can be thrown away. You can win, as if we say, you can win, and you will get the proper support, you will get the proper people around you, and they'll support you, and you will reach your success. Don't fall for simple hurdles which comes into your mind, hurdles coming here in your life, which is making you to make you very harder against the hurdle, and not to get stuck in such situations. And I wish all the students in ISSM would have learned the same lesson today. And you will reach your goal very soon with the help of ISSM, Business School, and whatever things which are happening. And I hope the session is very inspiring for you. And the leadership lab which you are undergoing will definitely inspire you a lot, and it will push you towards the success. And ISSM is one place where it will always help the students to reach their goal on time with the specific things. And thank you so much for all participating. We'll meet on next week with a very great aspiration, a very great leader next week. Catch you on next week. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for all participating.